Alright guys, we got a little bit of a spicy one today. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a head swap in Blender. The version of Blender that I'm using is 2.79a. If you right click on Blender, go to properties, it's under the beta. Right here is not the release version, it's a little bit of the older version. It's the one I prefer to use. Okay, so today I'm going to be head swapping on kind of an interesting model. I'm probably going to need to set it up, add some weight painting, add some bones to it. I'm just going to kind of leave this video uncut. There's a lot of skills that I'm going to use. Just kind of absorb what you can. You could pause it at certain points. It's going to be a very untraditional head swap, so just strap in because it's going to be interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just prepare the head swap material, the parts of the head swap that I'm going to need to do. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a head swap, and then I'm going to be doing 2 arm swaps. So if you look right here, this is the model that I'm going to be head swapping onto. It's a nice, beautiful green ogre. So I'm going to be replacing the head right here with C-3PO's head, and I'm going to be replacing the arms right here with C-3PO's arms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate by materials, okay, and I'm going to, I'm going to make 3 different blend files basically. I'm going to make one for the head, and one for the left arm, and one for the right arm. Now I've already done this and I've saved it ahead of time. Right here, head, left arm, right arm, and I just gotta keep them for head swaps, but I'm just gonna show you guys how to do it for the tutorial. So I'm just gonna delete everything that I don't need, and this is only gonna be for the head. So I'm gonna delete all the bones that are not the neck and the head. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and pressing C to use like a select tool, and I'm going to delete those. If you need to pause, I'm kind of going to be going a little fast, not to make this video way too long. But let's see, so I'm going to save this as C3PO head. Okay. Now I'm going to open up a new Blender file, and I'm going to re-import my completed C3PO again, fix it, and I'm going to separate my materials once again, and this time I'm going to do this arm right here, delete that, and delete that. Now you click on the mesh right here and you press tab, okay, and you can click this button down here, these boxes with the vertices, click that one. That'll make it kind of it's so you can select the vertices on the other side of the mesh without having to go into transparency mode. Okay, so I'm going to just press B to do a border select, and I'm going to select everything that's not this arm, and I'm going to delete it. Okay, now I'm going to go to here, to the bones, and I'm going to delete all the bones that are not the elbow right here, and the wrist and the fingers. Okay, I'm just selecting all the bones, and I'm going to delete. And I'm going to go back to object mode, and save C3PO. What is that? Is right hand. It's like I'm building the Egyptian god card. Okay, so we're just going to do the same thing. Go new and import the FBX. This is just me getting all my prerequisite work out of the way. Okay, so now I'm going to just delete everything and press tab again, like that, and so I can select everything, and we'll go to the bones, and the exact same process. And that's left arm. Okay, we're saving all three of these as blend files. Remember that. So we'll do file, save as, and we'll save them as blend files. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a new blend, and I'm going to, right here, if I go to my downloads, where I downloaded Shrek, if I go to properties, it's an OBJ, which it tells me that it probably doesn't have bones, which is fine. I'll add the bones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File, Import, OBJ, Shrek. Yes, and so it does not have bones and it is not centered. This is good. There's a lot of things that I could show you how to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of organize my blender a little bit. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and merge. Well, let's see, do they have materials? They do have materials. So right here, I'm going to select this and select material. And I'm going to press that plus and click shadeless. Okay. There he is. He's beautiful. So I'm going to just press A 2 times to make sure everything is selected and press S to scale it. I'm going to scale it down a little bit just to kind of so I can see the grid. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to kind of line him up more towards the center. Put his feet about where I want him to be. He's a little awkward, but that's fine. Okay, and I'm going to press Object, Apply, Location, and Object, Apply, Scale, because those are the two things that I changed. So now you can see that location is 0, 0, 0, and I'm actually going to select everything. Object, Apply, Rotation. So we'll just, everything is now back to zeroed out. Okay, so I'm going to do File, Save As, Shrek. And yes, it doesn't have any bones, doesn't have any weight painting, so we're going to have to do that. So we're going to do File, Export as, sometimes Mixamo, I'm going to be using Mixamo by the way, you'll be able to see how to use that. Sometimes Mixamo doesn't like FBXs, but we'll just try it as an FBX first. So I'm going to go to Mixamo, it's just Mixamo, to just Google Mixamo, and you just make an account, it's like an Adobe account. And I'm going to upload Shrek. Okay. And it seemed like it worked, so the FBX is working. So we're gonna, now we gotta go in, we gotta put these where they're supposed to be. So chin, this kind of messes everyone up. You think this is like left, right? Well, this is, they go on the other side left. You just gotta make sure you put them in the right spots. It's not hard to do, you just after you get them a couple times, then you just, yeah, something like that. Looks good to me. It's not gonna be the most glorified model of all time, but I think it's gonna be a contender. Just gonna make sure yeah, everything's recording. It's good. So we'll just wait here for a minute. I guess we can't really do much. Okay, there he is. Beautiful. There's probably some problems with them, but we'll get to those as we get to them. Download. I like to do original pose. Okay, there he is, Shrek 1. File, new. Actually, no, I'll just open up Shrek again. I'll delete those meshes. Okay, file, import, FBX, Shrek1. We'll fix model. Boom, there he is in all of his glory. Okay, we're just going to do a few tests in pose mode to see how things are working. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad because when you move in VRChat past this point, it starts to move the spine, and so that'll kind of compensate a little bit. Well, I might do a little bit of touching up on that weight painting. We'll see. Arm, that looks great. That arm, that could use a little bit of work right there. Okay. It looks like, oh yeah, fingers look great too. That looks good. Yeah, it did a pretty good job. Mixmo's usually a lot more scuffed than this. Usually have to fix a lot of the weight painting issues. Now, yeah, it looks pretty good. This is perfectly usable, but I'm gonna just quickly. So you go into pose mode and you just click on the mesh, weight paint, and right here it weight painted this part. I'm just gonna press Z, go to tools, and put the strength to 0. Just gonna, oh no, sorry, weight to 0, and I'm just gonna take off those two vertices. And we'll check here. Yeah, it did it here too. We'll take off those. Okay. Nice. It's beautiful. Okay, we'll go back to object mode and check out what the neck's looking like. It's not bad. Yeah, that's really not bad, but we're going to be getting rid of that mesh anyways. Okay, so we're going to fix model, and we're going to save. Okay, so we're going to go to model options, so separate by material, and let's see what that did. Okay, so we're just going to take off the head. It looks like the head, the fingernails, and the pants are one material. So we're going to go into edit mode, click that button, take off the head, and then take off the fingernails. And we'll go to the hands right here. Okay, so we're going to press tab to go into edit mode. And here's another nice skill. If you click on a vertex and you press Control L, it'll select all the vertices attached to that vertex. So that's everything that's attached to the vertex. The shirt is not attached to the hand. So I could just go over to this side, kind of just select a lot of the vertices there, and press Control L again. So that's both the hands, we can delete those. And we're going to go to edit mode, delete those bones, and those bones. Ah, very good. Okay. So right here, just to kind of make it easier on myself, it's like a one-sided mesh. So I'm going to go to the material, and down here in MMD material, I'm going to make it double-sided, just so I could kind of see inside of the mesh. I mean, yeah, inside the mesh. So I'm going to save again. Always make sure you keep saving. Okay, and I'm going to go File, Append. File, Append, and then we'll do the head first. So the head, object. Okay, well, looks like I need to go back. You got to make sure that it's, I have it as 2 meshes right here. I'm going to fix model just to make it 1 mesh. Okay, save that again. Go back over to Shrek. File, Append, head, object, body. Okay, we're going to scale it up. Oh yeah. So Shrek's got a big old head. So we're just going to kind of like, I don't know how we're going to do this yet. So how big is, might have to do a little bit of editing. Okay. Alright, we'll just leave it there for right now. We'll come back to it. Okay. So now we're going to do File, Append, and the left hand, object, body. Okay, so again, I'm just going to kind of put it where it needs to be. So I'm just going to I'm going to end up modifying this a little bit. I'm going to angle it to get about the right angle. Just kind of put it there. That's where it needs to be. Yeah, something like that. Get a little larger. Angle it a little bit more. Alright, beautiful. Okay, now we need to do the right hand. Same thing, File, Append, object, body. And I'm just going to go to this armature. Kind of copy the values. Once I change the scale, it should. Didn't quite mirror it over, so I'll just fix it. I don't know, if I had to sit down and thought about it, I could figure out what I need to put there and mirror it over exactly, but you know, it's a Shrek C3PO. How perfect does it have to be? The answer is very perfect. Okay, that's about the same. Let's see, it's close enough. So what I'm going to do is actually on the Shrek, so I'm going to go back to the original armature. And I'm going to delete this bone and this bone. No, I'm not. I'm actually going to leave those bones. Okay, so I'm going to go to this mesh, and I'm going to delete all of this that's sticking out right here. Go border select. Get all that good stuff right there. Yep. And I'm going to get that. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Cool, now they're not sticking out. Okay, I'm going to move this one up and over a little bit. Nice. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got. We can rename these right here. We'll change this to Shrek base. And this will be head. And you're renaming the armature. You can rename it here too. This will be left hand. And right. Cool. So we're going to use Shrek base as the base. And we're going to merge the right hand. Apply transforms, and we'll merge all the bones. And we're going to do that again. Shrek base, left hand, merge it. So it should have applied the weight painting. Yep. Okay, so it has applied the weight painting and parented the bones correctly. Okay, there's a little bit of an issue there. That's fine, we can fix that up. Is it on this side? Yep. Okay, cool. Alright, now we're going to do the head. I don't know how we want to do this yet. Still kind of... We're going to save, actually. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to import the original Shrek. Okay, here we are. The original Shrek Head. I'm going to kind of match where it is. Sorry if some of this part is a little boring. You can kind of fast forward a little bit if you don't want to watch it, but I'm just gonna kind of get Shrek's head where it needs to be, and I'm gonna make it a little bit larger. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. I'm gonna make him a little taller. Kind of put the eyes where Shrek's eyes are. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Move it back a little bit. Cool. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Raise it a tad. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these vertices, right? I'm going to go into edit mode on the mesh. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on projected. No, I'm going to do enable. So when I do enable, it moves. If you do the scroll wheel, you can move the vertices according to, that circle. So I'm going to kind of make it small to start off with. I'm going to scale it outwards a little bit. Alright, so we're going to need a little bit more to work with. So I'm going to put it into face mode. Select all the faces. I'm sorry if there's a little bit of black artifacting happening. I don't know why that's happening. I don't know if you can see that in the video. Like right there. I'm going to quickly restart Blender. Let's save that. Oh. Okay. I don't know why it's down there. Let's get him on back up there. This is going to be a lovely model when it's done. It's just going to be lovely. Okay, we're going to right click on the mesh and again select it. We got all the faces selected. Okay. And we're going to press space and type subdivide. Right here, mesh subdivide. What that's going to do is that's going to subdivide all the meshes like that. So we could just have a little bit more play room. We're going to do it one more time. Okay, that adds more polygons. But it's just more stuff that we can kind of move around. So we're going to kind of take this, move it over, give him a big old thick neck, like he should have. Beautiful big old thick neck. Go in and select all of these at the bottom. And hold shift if you want to get rid of them. Okay. Alright, I'm just kind of, I don't really know what I don't know what I'm doing right now. Just doing it as I do. Oh yeah, that's nice. Take that, move that on over. Oh yeah, that's real nice. I don't know why it's so much further on this side. Maybe I'll move this in, actually. Oh yeah, this is coming along. If I've ever seen it. Oh wow, that was weird. It seems to only happen when I'm in edit mode. When I go back, it seems normal. I don't know what's going on with that. Just kind of making him fill his shirt. Kind of make him a little bit of a beefy boy underneath here. There we go. That's the one I want right there. Okay. Well, that's just how it's going to be. I like that. It's a big old C3PO Shrek. A little bit sharp right there. Back. Then we'll move the bottom out a little bit like that. Cool. And I don't know what those are, but I'm going to get rid of them. I got those on this side too. Okay. Cool. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Alright, so we're going to merge the head with the Shrek base. Merge that. Nice. And we'll probably have to go in here, go to the neck. And we're probably going to have to, reparent it to the chest. So now when I go into pose mode. Oh, yeah. So we're going to have to do a little bit of weight pain to fix that up. But it's looking good. Cool. I can delete that mesh. That was the old Shrek Head. We'll save it up. Okay, now we'll just do some fixing on the weight painting. So what was our problems? That's right, the wrists. So we're gonna separate by materials. Go to pose mode, click on the wrist, click on the mesh, weight paint, and we're just gonna. We don't want to move. We don't want to move it at all. Let's see what happens when we don't move it at all. Okay. And let's do the same thing for that side. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to do about 0.7 on the wrist sleeves right there. Just kind of see what that looks like. Okay, so looks like I missed a vertex. I'll go back. 0. Go get it all. I wonder if, so it actually took one of the finger bones, painted a little bit on the finger bone. Okay, that one looks good. Make sure that's all 0. Oops. Check the finger bone. Okay. Okay. Go back to the material. Save. Yep, it's looking good. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks fine. So the wrists are fixed. Now we'll work on I'm going to fix this part real quick. I'm going to go to here. I'm going to do like a 0.4. I'm going to weight paint the sides on the spine. So what that'll do is that should dampen the, yeah, that dampened it a little bit. You see how now it has two weights applied to it, so I'll kind of try to explain what's going on here. This side didn't even, okay, hold on. I want to get both of those. Oh, you know what? That's why. Control Z that. I was on the wrong bone. So right here it's being applied. Right here it's got some weight paint here, and it's got some weight paint. Well, we'll make it have some weight paint on these two right there. Okay. So now it's also being applied by this weight paint on the spine. So it's applied by two. So that means that this will not move fully. It's also affected by this bone. That was probably a terrible explanation. You might be able to, I hope you can understand that, but it dampened it a little bit. It was really sharp right there and it's folding over, but that kind of stopped that. Okay, cool. So now we'll go to the neck. Oh yeah. So this is a big boy. We're going to go to the head. We're going to weight paint the head. So we want all this to move with the chest, and then we want some of it to move with the neck. So we're going to turn the weight to 0. We don't want all this moving with the neck. And then we don't want this moving with the neck. Want it probably about to probably around right there. I'd say that's about how much neck we want to be moving. The rest will be chest. And then for the head, we're also going to just take off right here. Everything all the way up. And we're going to go to 1 and we're going to just paint this as 1 because we want that all to be moving with the head. Neck. I'm really picky about this on my main model. I'm not going to be so picky here. Okay, we'll get that out. Okay. Cool. Let's just see how that looks now. Clear transforms. That looks much better. We're also going to go here, neck, click that, weight paint. And it looks like part of this. Looks like part of this is moving with one of these bones. I'm not entirely sure. Looks like it's moving with the head bone. I don't see any weight paint attached to it. Okay, so another way that you could find out what bones is being weight painted to is if you go into edit mode, you click on the vertex, you click the plus right here. You can see right here chest, neck, chest, neck, head, neck, head. Um, we're just going to click on those and we'll remove the neck, head, neck, head. Let's see if that, well, that didn't really fix it, did it? Sorry, I may be looking like an idiot here. Maybe you can't do multiple vertices at once. Okay, got that done. Go back to the armature, we're going to go to pose mode, and we're going to clear transform. Okay, so here's another tip. Okay, this model is probably going to have weirdly bent legs. Because these bones, they're so straight here. In Unity, it wants to find a bend. It wants to find where the knee is so it could put the knee in the right spot. But right here, they're so straight that it's probably going to make him very bow-legged. So I'm going to take the knee bones, I'm going to click on them, connect them to the leg right here, connect, and I'm going to click on the knee, and I'm going to drag it out a little bit like that. So that will just basically tell Unity where the knee is. It'll give it a little bit of bend, and it'll tell Unity that the knee is there and it needs to bend in this direction. Okay. And also what I'm going to do is, this seems to be a little crooked. I'm going to just kind of, yep, right there. Okay, fix that up, and now I'm going to bring out his arms, and I'm going to T-pose them in pose mode. Well, it looks like we got a little bit of weight paint issue right there. We're going to unpaint that section. Okay. Okay, we're going to T-pose them like so. And what we're going to do is we need to fix model, fix the T-pose, fix the angle a little bit. I just want to close this T-pose as possible, and we're going to just make sure he has no shape keys right here. And we need to, anything that we want to make as the new rest pose. So right now, if I go to the armature and I go to rest pose, he's just going to go back to his normal pose. If I want to change him and turn this pose now into his new rest pose, I need to, for all the meshes that I am modifying, I need to have no shape keys on. And I'm going to go right here. I'm going to press copy, apply, and I'm going to select the armature right here, and I'm going to do apply pose as rest pose. So now if I go here, that is the new rest pose. You might need to watch that like a couple times to like fully understand it. Took me a little while to fully understand what I'm actually doing. I'm gonna save it over, and that's it. And that's how you do a head swap with a lot of extra stuff, a lot of extra skills. I'm gonna just throw this into Unity. Hopefully it works. Uh, the T-pose might not be entirely correct, so I might need to go and enforce the T-pose. But yeah, that's basically it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. If you did learn something, then great. If you didn't learn something, then great. You got to see C-3PO as Shrek. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I'll try to answer them as quickly as possible. Thanks. See ya.